Hi beautiful people, welcome back, and today, as requested by my mom, I'm going to try to make a bucket hat. And these are the fabrics I'm going to use. First is this thrifted long skirt, which is I got for 10 pesos, and I like this one because it has a different color in the inside, and since it's a reversible hat, I'm going to use this plaid trouser for the other side. To make the bucket hat, we need this pattern which I made myself, and I'm going to make a separate video on how I did the pattern. Once you have the pattern, just pin it on the fabric and then cut it. As you can see, I am cutting the fabric about 1 centimeter beyond the pattern to make room for the seam allowance. I've already cut all the pieces to make our bucket hat, and let's review them before we proceed to sewing. We need 2 pieces of fabric for the crown. One is denim and the other one is a plaid. And the plaid is thin, so I've already added an interfacing. We also need 4 fabrics for the side band, 2 for the denim and 2 for the plaid. Of course, it has an interfacing already. Next, we also need 4 fabrics for the brim, 2 plaid with interfacing and 2 denim. Now that everything is complete, we are ready to make our bucket hat. So the first thing that we are going to do is to sew the brim and the side band with the right sides facing together. It doesn't matter which one you're going to do first, as long as you get the right matching fabrics, then you're good to go. So guys, we are now going to attach the crown to the side band. First, we need to line up the seams, and we'll make a small cut on the corners. We'll do the same on the crown, so let's fold it in half. Make small cuts on the corners. Line up the cuts that we've made, then cut the corners. So what we actually did is we made some reference points which will serve as our guide in pinning the crown and the side band together. Next, all we need to do is match the reference points together and then pin it. Now let's move on to the other hat. As you can see, I've already made some small cuts on the side band. Now we are just going to do it on the crown. Making these reference points makes it easier for us to sew the fabrics together later on. After joining them together, I've made some small cuts on the seams so that the fabric will be more relaxed, and I also did it on the other one. So So we are now ready to attach the brim into the rest of the hat, and this is the style I am going for this one. Just turn the hat upside down and turn the brim wrong side out. All you have to do is match the seams and the reference points and then pin it. Of course, we're going to do the same on the other hat, and then after pinning it, we're ready to sew it together. Now that we have finished both hats, we are finally ready to join them together. So how are we going to do it? Turn one hat inside out, like this. And then, the hat with the right side out, put it inside that hat. I hope I'm making sense right now, guys, but if you are confused, just look at the video intently and you'll be able to follow it. You just have to line up the seams together and then just pin it all around. While pinning it, do not forget to leave a gap or an opening for us to turn the hat inside out later on. After pinning it, we are now ready to sew them together. So here it is, guys. Remember that we have made a small gap or an opening a while ago. Now we are ready to turn it inside out. Now that we have turned the bucket hat right side out, all we have to do is flatten the edge of the brim through the rolling motion of our fingers, and then we have to stitch the brim all around to close the gap. To do so, we have to do a top stitch at the very edge of the brim. We can also add more stitches on the brim, which is a unique characteristic of bucket hats. The simplest way to do that is to line up the edge of your presser foot to the edge of the previous stitching. That way, it will give you an even stitching all around. Now we have finally finished our bucket hat, and as you can see, my stitches are a bit wonky, but that's just fine. I am very happy that I was able to assemble it, and for a first timer like me, it's already an achievement. Also, the hat is a bit heavy. Maybe I shouldn't have put interfacing anymore. Maybe it should have been just in the brim. I don't know, I'll just experiment next time to see what will work. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and have learned something, and I hope you will make your own bucket hat. And watch out for my next video, which is the pattern making of a bucket hat. See you next time. Bye!